Thokozani bantwana bekhehla. You know when inspiration comes and you just find yourself in any position, the first thing that we would want to do is, calculate the right time. What is the right time? Is it the right time? When is the right time? Please excuse the noises in the background. I'm also on borrowed time, Langekon. I'm sitting on a monument. I'm sitting on a monument that is in commemoration of fallen soldiers of the Great War of 1914 to 1919. It's an obelisk. It's an obelisk design. My angle and the sun, I can't get the best of pictures, but nonetheless, I'm sitting on this monument. There's a symbol of I'm still to look which of the Springbok family, but it's one of the Springbok families. And on it, it's written in Afrikaans, or what I think is Afrikaans. Hola, gents. Sharp, mate. Hola. So, it's written, unity is strength. So I can't really make out the other parts of what's written here, but the Afrikaans part that I can read reads Ian Drach Mag Mach or something like that. I'll look it up, or maybe we can look it up. But what I do know, the little of Afrikaans that I do, is the name. The name just, or the first word in that statement that says Yendrach. Yendrach. I know Ian is one, and Drach, my knowledge serves me correctly, is to pour. To Drach, to pour. So it's Yendrach, meaning to pour together, or to pull in oneness. So in essence, in English, one may even miss maybe that aspect. Ian Drach. It speaks to the spirit of unity, or what unity instructs as a state that we ought to take, or if it is a state that you are going to take. It's about the Eendrag. It's about the Eendrag, and the Eendrag, it is the strength. When you are united, that is the strength. When you are united, that is the strength. When we are united, that is the strength. Pardon me if you cannot see me, but just bear with me. So it's about the Eendrag. It's about the spirit of the Eendrag. Meaning, when the instruction Eendrag perhaps was given to the fathers of the Afrikaans language, Eendrag, they were also speaking to the action. Drag, I know it is to drag, to pull. Hotosa, you know, some together, collective. No one is better than the other. There's a common goal. There's a common theme. There's a common understanding, a necessity. And look what that kind of disposition or position that those people took, or what that language instructs. That the people in their Iendrach, they have erected a stone right here. I'm sitting on a monument. I don't know if you can see it. These are the people it's dedicated to. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Erected to the honor of those who sacrificed their lives in the Great War, 1914 to 1919, lest we forget. Their Iendrach has allowed them to, there's rocks, it's standing on a rock, it's an obelisk on a rock, it's an obelisk on a rock, and it's decorated all around. And this is the park, it's decorated as far as you can see, guys, sorry. So sometimes I would see that people perhaps understand the idea of unity, but they don't understand the practical aspect of what unity also instructs in terms of the action, or in terms of using that as a template of action or establishment. I'm saying, in one argument, we would say that these are foreigners that have come to potentially the highest point up here in Joburg, or one of the, and the park is called Kingston Frost Park. It's a beautiful park. It's a beautiful park. It is such a beautiful park. It is a good memory. It is a good memory. It is an honorable memory. The monument says, for them having sacrificed their lives for the cause. You see, Iendrach does that. Iendrach has those things that says, even when I'm gone, I know that I will have stood for something honorable, something worth standing for, something worth fighting for, something worth believing in, something worth getting rid of my own prejudices and my own narrow mind, and see the collective goal and the bigger story, and why the necessary action is necessary, because you understand purpose. You understand purpose, you understand identity. At some point in the journey, we have to pull all these things together. At some point in the journey, we have to merge all of these experiences together to get the Iendrach spirit in us, the pull together, the Samsokolo, as we would put it in our terms, but maybe we don't really. Yeah, we in the township, you know, one of the terms we use, ke Samsokolo, you know. So Samsokolo Leana speaks to that very same spirit. It is a spirit of consideration. It is a spirit of genuine caring. The reason why we would begin not to have trust amongst each other is because we ourselves are not in the space where we understand pure love, as it were. So it is only safe for us to just keep it amongst the ones closest to us. We can't express it outside because someone else will interpret that perhaps as even as a weakness. So we're not coming out and really expressing who we are out here on the basis, Yoguti, there's these walls, there's these paradigms that we subconsciously believe in, that Utaki cannot stand together. We cannot accomplish things that are worthy and progressive together. Whether you like it or not, this monument in Goyo right now is a testament to people who made such commitments, who understood the goal that the collective was bigger than the singularity, as it were. Your relationship to everything around you also speaks to you. Your relationship in your own mind speaks to you. Your relationship in your own heart speaks to you, in your emotions. All of these things speak to you, and at some point you have to find the path of unity. You have to find the path of yentrach in yourself, where you are pulling together with yourself, where you are pulling together with everything, with all aspects that you are pulling together. You don't feel a sense of separation or uneasiness in you pulling together with yourself. So I'm here just in a sense also celebrating, because I can get that the spirit that was here and the symbology of where this thing stands. It's on top of a rock, and it was built in a monument of bricks. My guess is that this is granite. The significance thereof. It's a holotip on top. It's a pyramid on top. And those of the esoteric cultures will understand what all of these symbols really mean. I would wonder, for example, what is the GPS location of this place? I would wonder what is the other aspects of alignment that were in this place as I walk through here. But nonetheless, we are speaking to the energy of unity. We are speaking to the united self. Most of the times, what realization says is that we realize that in our own separation, this is where the chaos or the noise is really at. This is how one master has put it in the past. Your separation is a direct result of the things you haven't unified in yourself. So we are speaking to that. The clouds are covering here. I can see myself coming back in focus. Yeah. So the spirit of unity caused these people to put up such a monument and dedicate such a beautiful space as well to a memory of their ancestors, to the memory of their ancestors and what it is that they've done. It is a sense of pride. It is a sense of collective understanding. It is a collective. Then what happens to those who cannot use this ability? What happens to those who cannot find themselves in this energy, spirit, understanding, consciousness of what unity really speaks to? It speaks to appreciation. It will speak to consideration of your fellow man. to understand that if I hurt my fellow man, then I am hurting the process in front of us. Now we've become people who would rather be the ones that hinder us on the journeys making our way. We are not even sure of the way forward. We are not even sure of the vision. We are not even sure of where it is that we really want to go, what kind of a society, what kind of a place that we want to. It's always in the isolation of your own personal self, which is in everybody's right to obviously exercise. But the spirit of unity speaks to something beyond all of that. But the spirit of unity, again, in the metaphor, it is like love. It unifies. It unifies. It unifies the separation. It unifies the paradox. It unifies the polarities. It unifies the differentiation. It unifies the split. It unifies. So, understanding collective purpose, that for me the theme of this place speaks to such a mentality that a people found something that was worthy. They found something that was worthy. And in that worthiness, they made a choice. And everybody understood the vision was that choice. The vision was that choice to say they understood where it is that they wanted to go. They understood what it is that they wanted to establish. They understood that what is it that they want to be told about them in a future unknown. But here I am right now, just hearing that kind of a message, that kind of an ethos, that kind of a way of life, that kind of a way of understanding, that kind of a way of some together, that way of I am nothing without the all. Everything is possible with the all. So it will remove the spell. It will remove the forces that cause you to believe in the separation before you even think of the possibility of the unity actually happening. So where you will find people saying, "Aye, we are Mazutak." You know, how can you say that about your own kind? Uyamazi, hayi thina sithandani, hayi thina asikwazi ukubhekela, hayi thina asikwazi hayi the meantime umbhekela umuntu, hayi the meantime uthi uyamlentoza yena uzogcina. So now we caught up in this dichotomy. We caught up in this. There are those on that other side who feel like even when we help, it's not going to be appreciated. Those who are saying, they can't help because now they think they're better than the others. And we get caught up in those things. We get caught up so much in those things. And it becomes the theme of our lives, and we forget that there are bigger themes to integrate ourselves if we are going to find a solution to us. So we have lost a common goal. We have lost a common understanding. And this is where you must see that the question you probably haven't asked would be, why is that condition like that? And we are saying to you that there has been interferences. There has been things that have been done so that that state becomes as it is right now. But we are trying to teach you to that point of remembering once again what it means to be in the spirit of some Sokolo, in true comradeship, not these fake things that we are seeing out here, a bunch of mafias, but that is a story of another day. But what we are saying to you is we're trying to remember you. The spirit of that, and let it be the first place that we begin to connect with each other once again, because people who cannot trust each other cannot work with each other. People who cannot trust each other, and that trust has been orchestrated so you cannot trust each other because you have lost the true principle teachings of the ancestors. that made you understand what made you who you are. So the things that are supposed to be amandla kini, the strengths, have become the very weaknesses because of the teachings or the understandings that you are getting from these things. Maybe our social contract needs to start with those kind of things. Be frank with each other. Muntu, can I trust you? Can you trust me? And let us try and start at building trust with each other. Now, perhaps that is the challenge, that we don't want to do that kind of work. We don't want to put an effort into those kind of things. Guys, this exclusive mentality that we have come to be possessed with. But we are not talking to those kind of things. We are just speaking to the spirit of unity, what it instructs and what it requires. And it must be a commitment because it is a vision that is beyond any biases. If you are not with the idea that is captured in unity, then there's no reason for us to go forward. So the vision is a unifying principle. The vision, or where you want to go, is the unifying principle, that everything inside of you, that everything that is you, that you, the guides, the ancestors, the earth, the universe, the sun, the moons, the planets, the whatever, all of those things just work in union, just work in unity. But if we are still insecure at a personal level, we will not get to the point where we can truly unify with each other on a collective scale. A monument was erected. When are we going to erect monuments? True monuments. Just speaking to that particular energy, we do have monuments, many of them. But that's a conversation of another day. I was just speaking on the monument up here, and the meaning perhaps, or the spirit that was behind this place's naming. And this is where we are saying to each other, the unity of self can accomplish anything, if not everything, that it requires. The unity of self enables one to move in a spirit, in the energy, in the mindset, in the understanding, in the direction of that which we desire. But ununited, we fall. Meaning, if you are not united in your thoughts, if you are not united in your emotions, then anything that we want to bring out into this world will fall. Don't just take the words. Understand the spirit behind them. We're just speaking on the spirit of the Iendrach. Iendrach. Unity is strength. Thokozani bakagogo. Ayet. Ombet.